Last night, the first episode of Loki Season 2 premiered on Disney+, and just like they did with Ahsoka, they decided to move the date up, a primetime event coming out at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time, in an effort to get more people hyped about this show. But in the aftermath, there have been a lot of questions, not just regarding the first episode itself, which some people couldn't follow, some people found it a little bit confusing, but obviously they're trying to set up for a lot more to happen later in the episode. But not only are there major questions about the season itself, but about what it means for Marvel and what it means for Disney+. No pressure, but can Loki Season 2 save Marvel from mediocrity? This is coming from Collider. Almost everyone, even in the mainstream show access media, they finally come to the same conclusion that a lot of us have been talking about for years, that Marvel is hurting right now, that there is no interest in what they're doing, box office disappointments, flops on Disney+, and finally, Loki Season 2 has come out, and it could mean big things for Marvel, and it's definitely going to give us a good gauge on where things stand. Because if you remember the most recent Disney Plus series to come out, was a complete and total catastrophe. Secret Invasion was a nightmare for them when it came to the ratings. Less than 1 million households in the first 4 days actually tuned into this bullshit. One of the lowest rated Disney Plus series they've seen yet for Marvel. But it was a reminder of how far they've fallen, because the first season of Loki is actually the most viewed thing they've ever seen on Disney Plus in terms of first episodes for Marvel. At that point, they pegged at 2.5 million households, a significant increase over WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. But since then, it's just been drop after drop after drop, now all the way down to the pathetic results of Secret Invasion. So it really begs the question, what will this season do? Because we're going to have a direct one-to-one comparison. In a couple days, we'll find out exactly how many people have tuned in to watch the first episode of Loki Season 2. And if it's, say, I don't know, 1.5 million households, 1.3 million households over the first 4 days, that is going to be a huge drop-off in the audience from what they saw in Season 1. But honestly, I think that's what people are expecting to see. Almost everyone at this point has acknowledged the reality that Marvel has lost their fan base, that people aren't tuning in, that it's not special anymore, that people can't just tune in every single week for another premiere of a garbage Disney Plus series that seemingly only sets things up and really never leads to much of anything important. And ironically, the first episode of Loki certainly was just a setup for the rest of the season after waiting 2 years since the end of Season 1 and a big setup at the end of Season 1. Episode 1 of Season 2 ends up just being more setup. Now, to be fair, I think there's a lot of criticisms to have about that premiere episode. I think it was better than Ahsoka for what that's worth, which to me doesn't mean much. But when we do see the results, when we see how many people tuned into this, it's going to be very, very telling. Could they have lost half their audience based on the results we've seen in the box office, things like that? That's actually a possibility. That's a reality. It could be the case that's where Marvel is sitting at. Who knows? I have not seen much hype for it. I haven't seen as many people discussing it as I imagined I would, but only time will tell. We'll have to see what the ratings are. Episode 1 of Season 2 of Loki is out, and a lot of people are asking the question, what does this mean for the failing MCU? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.